Mega millionaire Twitch streamer Pokimane is the T-channel topic du jour due to Mina, her new health-conscious cookie brand. Before you learn anything about this story, you should be made aware that like most ultra-popular streamers, Pokimane has a diehard group of devotees and a fervent clique of critics clamoring to call her everything from mid to extremely mid. The reason I'm making this recap is not to come to a conclusion about the streamer or the brand, but to bring attention to some truly crazy conclusions that other people have come to. The cookie began to crumble when this Twitter user dug into the sourcing of Mina cookies. At the end of some very respectable sleuthing, it was alleged that the product was similar to Tootsie, another brand of mini chocolate cookies formerly sold at Costco. But here's the catch. Tootsie was $10 a bag and Mina sells for at least $28. So this is another classic case of a big shot influencer scamming their fans. Except, first of all, who compares MSRP to Costco? And second of all, Tootsie only made one trial run of their product before retiring the brand. And most importantly of all, Mina cookies are $28 for a 4-pack of 400 grams each compared to Tootsie's $10 per 400-gram single package. So Mina is actually cheaper than Tootsie on a per-bag basis. The defense rests. Case closed. Except the uproar in itself is concerning. Like, what if Pokimane's cookie strategy really was just take a product that already exists and sell it for a different price? That's what we in the biz would call a private label product. And private label products exist everywhere. Candles, soap, perfume, energy drinks, alcohol. It's very easy to start a brand based on something that already exists. Virtually every box of chicken broth in the grocery store, whichever the brand, is going to come from one of 4 major white label brands with a different logo on the box. So, in the end, commerce as a whole is a huge scam, choice is an illusion, and every participant is complicit. Honestly, maybe. But you really have to come to grips with the fact that a brand is not just a product. There are hundreds of brands of bottled water. You might buy Voss just because the shape of the plastic that it comes in. You might buy Mina cookies because they are the kind your favorite streamer eats. You might buy Grazia olive oil because you've seen it in 100 cooking TikToks. This is not a secret. The owners of Grazia proudly declare, we wanted to start a high-quality olive oil brand, but that's not what the market wanted. What the market wants is a normal, lower-quality olive oil in cute packaging. And they're right. You cannot argue with their success. This is what the market demands sometimes. Not innovation, not invention, but good branding.
And from day one, their MO has been product differentiation. Instead of using a long glass bottle like we're used to, they opted for a plastic squeezable one.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring the best olive oil from the Mediterranean to New York. Actually, we don't need another one of those.
Within their first week of business, they generated $100,000 in revenue. By their second month, they were at $500,000. And today, they're at 8 figures annually.
When I buy these V-Flat boards off of Amazon, they arrive in a Prime box in 2 days. When I buy them from the V-Flat World website, they arrive in 2 or 3 days, and they come with a small bag of candy, hand-signed with the letter V. Everything from the packaging to the customer service to the unboxing experience and the return policy is part of what makes a brand, not just the product itself. Anyone who's ever bought vacation brand sunscreen understands this. This is not a mind-bending take or a marketing major's pitch. It's the truth. If I buy 3 burrito blankets, one from the manufacturer on AliExpress, one from the fly-by-night dropshipper, and one from the guy who has 10,000 of them sitting in his warehouse in Ohio, the brand experience with each one will be extremely different. And that's coming from somebody who knows the product exists from all 3 retailers. Part of a brand's job is bringing a product to your attention in the first place, and I'm guessing that you've never heard of vitamin D-infused white chocolate chip fudge-flavored cookies until Mina came onto the scene. Every time I go online trying to make sense of a recent controversy, there is always one trump card that destroys me, rightfully and without fail, and that is, it's not that deep, bro. Surely nobody actually expects a Twitch streamer to build a brand new factory, formulate a brand new confection, and set up a brand new supply chain just to start a cookie brand. Surely nobody who's saying just buy Oreos for $2 is dumb enough to conflate the world's largest cookie brand with a new niche brand aimed at Twitch watchers. Those people are all trolling. Nobody is really that silly. But the general sentiment regarding controversies like this one is shaped mostly by the general crowd's reaction. There is a non-zero chance that most people griping about Pokimane slapping a new label on a pre-existing product are just her most vocal haters. But I want to address these gripes earnestly, in case they're being made honestly. Even after hearing me say all of this, if someone just doesn't feel right about the whole business strategy, you've got to admit that it's still way better than making normal merch. Would you honestly prefer influencers keep printing lazy designs on blank $6 t-shirts and selling those for $30? The act of going further than that, taking a bigger risk and carving out market share for a standalone product is, I think, more commendable and more sustainable. I've sold all sorts of stuff before. My margins for slapping a design on a t-shirt at Bonfire was the same as the net margins for my handmade ceramics at Barkley, about 20%. But it feels so much better to put effort into a brand than it does to rely on slogans, catchphrases, or graphics on a piece of merch that arrives to the customer 2 weeks later in a blank white poly mailer. Starting a business, obviously, isn't always a good idea. I bet Valkyrae wishes that she never tried to start a line of blue light filtering skincare. I bet parents of caffeine-addicted children wish Logan Paul never invented Prime. I wish tequila shelves weren't overrun by celebrity-owned private label tequila brands. All of these examples have valid concerns, and the owner of any brand has to respond tactfully to all of those valid concerns, as well as the wacky trolling that I've addressed today. That's personally why I find stories like these to be so compelling. I'm taking notes, knowing that you can't read and I'm praying for you are two responses that I keep locked and loaded at all times. Now I know it's time to rethink that based on how poorly it's working out for someone far better at this than I.